We are live. I think we are live. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us. Let us know if you can hear us and see us, and welcome to a four-player tutorial and playthrough for Galileo Galilei, which is a new game coming out at Essenspiel this year from publisher Pink Troubadour, who have kindly sponsored this video. So thank you very much for that. This is one of the hottest games, I believe, that people are talking about at the moment on the hottest games from Essen Tracker. I don't know where it is, but it is one of three games from the same designer. New designer who's come from nowhere. I'm sure he didn't come from nowhere. I'm sure he's been working hard on designing games. He's got three new games coming out this year. Tea Garden, this one, and SETI. And we're going to be doing a four-player game of this today. This is a sponsored video, which means you're not going to get any opinions from us in this video, but we will show you how it plays. I'll do a full rules teach at the start because Mark has played it before, but you two haven't. So there will be a full rules teach up front. And then we're going to be playing through a four-player game. And we'll hopefully help you make a decision about whether it's the kind of game that you want to pick up. It is going to be available at Essen. I'm not sure if there is a pre-order for it. You said there wasn't.
I don't think so.
If there is, let me know. I believe Frank's in the chat, Matt's in the chat, Brian's here. I believe the designer was going to join us today. So yeah, let us know if there is going to be a pre-order for this game available. But we're going to jump in. We're going to dive in. So welcome to the turn of the 16th and 17th century. We've all worn appropriate clothing for the time. So in this era, I don't know if you remember it, but Europe had embraced new scientific ideas. Learned astronomers shifted from gazing at the heavens with the naked eye to using the first telescopes. We are going to be joining them in their awe-inspiring astronomical observations, but we must exercise caution because the church remains vigilant. Heretical ideas shall be severely punished, which is what happened.
Yeah, some things don't change.
Correct. So we've done the setup already, but I'm just going to go through what we've got. We have got the main game board. We have a deck of cards which are seeded. We have tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. We use a certain number of cards depending on the player count. So in a four-player game, there were 12 from tier 1, which is all of the cards. It's all of the tier 1 cards. 7 from tier 2, which is not all of them. And 6 from tier 3, which is not all of them. We then take off the top 6 cards and we put them here like this. When this deck is empty, the game ends. There are two ways to remove cards from this deck, but however it's done, as soon as it empties, the end of the game is triggered, and I believe, and I will just check this later, you finish the round and do one more round. I think that's what you do. This will be the start player, and we can decide that at random when we've started. We have a score token, which is here. Obviously, you will be gaining points during the game. The symbol for victory points is the sort of orangey star. So wherever you see that, that is victory points. Some of the points are scored at the end of the game. Flag, end of game. You will score this area at the end of the game. The rest of the stuff is all scored during the game. Right, we've done that. So we have over to the university. Let's check the university. So we've got 4 tracks in the university. These are tiles that were chosen at random. So the game contains a number of these tiles and they're two-sided. So I randomly picked 4 of them and put them a random side up on here. These are the 4 parts of the university. We are going to be moving our little markers up these tracks as the game goes on. And at the top of each of these is a random scoring tile. So there are 6 of these scoring tiles in the game. 4 of them were chosen here. The 2 that weren't chosen get flipped over and put here. So for example, that could have been there, and then that would have been flipped over and would put there. Now, these tracks, I will talk about these now quickly. When you move up these tracks, you will get the bonus printed on the right-hand side as an immediate bonus. The points in the middle is only scored at the end of the game based on the scoring condition at the top. So, for example, Mark ends there. He will get 2 points at the end of the game for each major observation that he's made. That's what that is. That's a major observation. So it doesn't matter if his marker is down here and he's got 15 of these at the end of the game, nothing. Or if he's at the top and he has none of these, nothing. So basically, you want to try and move up the track of the thing that you're doing a lot of. That's that. That's going to score at the end of the game. There are also 4 achievements in the game. So 2 of them are fixed, this one, and these 2 were the leftover tiles. You do an achievement at the end of your turn. The first player to do an achievement will get 7 points, and any other player to do the achievement will get 3 points. You also get this bonus as well, but we'll talk about that later on. And finally, at the end of the game, this is your standing with the church. So at the moment, we're all here. We're all on the -3 space. So at the end of the game, if this doesn't move, we score -3 points. But over the course of the game, you might gain favour with the church and move up here, which will be worth positive points at the end of the game. Or you might lose favour with the church and you might end up all the way down here, which is what happened to me in my last game.
It's true.
It's changing from okay to blurred. Is the focus not quite right? I will fix that for future. Right. Okay. So that's that, and we've done that, and just to let you know that they're at random. So we have a supply of quadrants. So these are one of the resources in the game. Quadrants is what they are called. You've got 1s and 3s. You'll be getting these, and you'll be spending these. We also have the Inquisitors, who will be arriving, and you put them in your cellar, because that's the best place for them.
Of course.
So you will have your own people down here.
I just want to say that there's a number of Monty Python jokes running through my head right now, and I'm trying really hard to resist.
So many.
Dice are the other resource in the game as well. So we all start with 1 of each colour at value 1. You can have no more than 4 dice. You can have no more than 3 of a particular colour. And you are going to be gaining new dice. You're going to be increasing the values of the dice. They're never rolled. And then you're going to be spending those dice to gain these cards. So if you look at these constellations here, so the bottom part of the card is the constellations. For that, you would need 4 blue, which could be a die of value 4, or it could be a 3 and a 1, whatever. So all of the constellations just require a single colour, but all of the major objects require a joint colour. And there's iconography on there for helping colour blindness, but to make purple, you need red and blue. So to make an 8, you need to have at least 1 red die and at least 1 blue die, and the values have to add up to 8. So it could be 7 and 1, or it could be 4 and 4.
The 8 or more, couldn't it?
It can be 8 or more. You can overspend if you want to.
You don't often see color theory in board game rules.
The player who observed the starry sky most recently gets the first player token and goes first. I mean, I did yesterday.
You were up quite late.
I was.
I was looking for the Aurora Borealis.
Should we roll? 1, 2, 3, 4, mark. So you're the star player.
That's a major observation.
Really?
You get some points.
Yeah.
So that doesn't change. Right. Now, player boards. Let's talk about the player boards. So each of us has a player board. It has a particular astronomer. We're using the basic version of the game. There is an advanced version of the game where you get special ability. We'll go through those at the end of this video, but for now, for your first game, we're just going to play those. It has 4 achievement markers on that you can use to claim the achievements during the game. And it has the list of free actions. These are things that you can do on your turn by spending quadrants. So this is what the quadrants are spent on. But what you have here is you have the action wheel. Now it contains these action markers. There are 6 of them. And for your first game, you just randomly place them there. Once you've played the game before, you can choose where they go. Your telescope starts off pointing to the X's, and it will never point to the X's ever again. So on your turn, one thing that you do, or the first thing that you do on your turn, let me just zoom down a bit so you can see it, is you will rotate clockwise your telescope 1, 2, or 3 spaces. So on the first turn, I can either do that, or I can do that. And then what's going to happen is, let's say I do that, this tile will move to the end, and it will go like that. So that's the general flow of the game. When you move from here, 1 space from there moves you to here. So you will never point to the X's again. So that's what that is. There's lots of nice little iconography all over the player board. So this is telling you that when you perform the observation action, which is the telescope icon, you can either observe 1 major object or 2 constellations. So there's lots of little graphical help in various points in the game itself. On the right hand side of the player board, which is here, we have 7 comets, which are currently value 1. We have the 7 constellation markers, which you will be placing onto the cards when you observe them. And you've got your own little library. So what's going to happen over the course of the game, when you observe a major object, you're going to get the card and you're going to put it here. And these books can move to the right, and whenever they move on or past one of these icons, you get the bonus. So you can move. So the more of these cards you've got, the further you can move these, and the more icons you're going to be trigger. And that is how you track how many major objects you've observed during the game is you actually take the card itself. Down here is the Inquisition. We'll come on to that a little bit more later on, but that's basically the setup. So yeah, what's going to happen is on your turn you follow through these steps. Now, I've played this once before, and my experience with playing the game is anybody who just does their turn without following these steps will forget something. So we should always go through this, although it might be a bit laborious. It's really important that you do these things in the order, because otherwise you might forget.
It is true.
So first thing you do, I'm looking at Mark. It wasn't just Mark. So yeah, first thing you do is 1, 2, or 3. You move this clockwise. Then step 2 is you perform both the dark action and the light action, but you can do them in either order. It doesn't matter whether you do that one first and then, well, it does matter, but you can do that one and then that one, or you can do that one and that one. Free actions, by the way, can be done before, between, or after, but not during. So you could do a free action, then you could do this, then another free action, then this, etc., etc. We'll come on to what the actions do later on, but then step 3 is you take the piece out, move it to the end, as I mentioned earlier on. Step 4, I'm just going to zoom in again. Hang on, I got this preset wrong. There you go. Step 1. So step 4 is to do with the books. So let's have a look at this here. If you have a comet here, you then, in step 4 of your turn, move that comet onto one of these spaces and get the bonus. You only use these in a 3 to 4 player game, and if all the spaces are full, you can go here for 1 point. And although it might look like there's 3 spaces, there's not.
Yeah.
There's an infinite number of spaces here. So that's step 4. Then step 5 of your turn is the Inquisition. You get interrogated.
The Inquisition.
They turn up with their DVDs. And now, this bit is a little tricky.
What,
because
the hot spiky bits.
Because
Yeah.
what happens is you will gain these Inquisition people, and they will arrive. And when they first arrive, they go here. But if you gain a member of the Inquisition and put him in your cellar, then at this point in your turn, nothing happens.
Mm-hmm.
And then on your next turn, you could gain another one, and nothing would happen. And then you gain another one, and nothing would happen. So gaining them doesn't trigger this interrogation. But one of the things you can do during the game, if you look at that icon there, is you can persuade one of them. And when you persuade one of them, you move it to the right and you lay it down. And this interrogation only happens if you persuaded at least one of them during your turn. So you can collect as many as you want, and that's not a problem until you persuade one of them. And when you persuade one of them, you lay it down to say, somebody has been persuaded this turn, therefore I need to resolve an interrogation.
Mm-hmm.
And when you resolve the interrogation, you look at the numbers above where each one is, and that is how many steps you move back
Or forwards.
or forwards on that track that we saw earlier on. So right now,
Alright.
I said me taking these was not a problem. It wasn't a problem
Until you got
until I
interrogated.
moved that. And now all of a sudden,
You're
I
moving
now
back
have to
10
move back
spaces.
10 spaces on the track,
Mhm.
which is actually 1, 2, 3, and then I just lose 2 points. I don't lose 14 points. I just go 1, 2, 3, and I lose 10 points.
You
So-
lose 2 points now and then 10 more.
And then 10 at the end of the game.
Mhm.
So what you want to do is you kind of want to get one and then move it somehow 3 spaces to the right
Without having an
in
interrogation.
the same turn. And now you do an interrogation and you actually get +1.
Yeah.
And then maybe you're safe to take another one. But if you mismanage this, you will end up suffering quite badly, which is exactly what
It's
happened to me in
minus
the last
points
game.
at the end of the game.
This is also, minus points at the or positive points at the end of the game.
Yeah. Question in the chat is,
Yes.
If you fall on the church track, are you getting beheaded or crucified at the end of the game?
It looks like
Hung.
it's hung.
I mean, all of those are quite tame
I mean, it's
compared to
minus-
what actually happened, right?
It's minus 10 points. Is what it is if your marker is here at the end of the game.
They
Okay.
strap you in a metal bowl made out of steel and then light a
Heat it
fire
up.
underneath it.
It's one of them, yeah.
Nice. Right. The final step of your turn is if you have qualified for one of the achievements, you may score it. So let's look at the achievements. The achievements are 2 comets, 2 constellations, and 2 major objects. So have placed 2 of your comets onto the board, have observed 2 constellations and having observed 2 major objects. That is for just 5 comets. That is for 6 constellations, and that is for getting to the top of 2 of the university tracks.
Remind us how we know how many constellations we've done.
So when you observe a constellation, you're going to place one of these markers onto the constellation. Now, if that card then gets observed as a major object, that constellation is removed from the game. So the way that you know how many constellations you've observed is how many of these have been removed.
Right.
Same with the comets.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can just see how many have been removed. So let's go back and talk about the actions and how they work. Because a lot of these actions are fairly simple. For example, that, and that, they are all the same. They all increase the value of all of your dice of that colour by 1.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously, if you've got 3 blue dice, that's great, because then they all go up in value by 1. Maximum value is 6, can't go beyond 6. Notice the slash, that means you either do that or that. Right? Next thing to explain is these quadrants. You simply take 2 quadrants, or if it was that, you take 1 quadrant. As I've mentioned, quadrants can be used for 3 actions, which we'll come on to later on. This is gain a new die of any colour. You just take it, set it to value 1. This is you increase 1 die by 2 pips. Right. Let's go on to comets next. So whenever you do this action, you take the leftmost comet from here and you place it up here. Doesn't matter where, just above them. You will be using that comet, and I'll explain that in a second, but when you use it, you flip it over and you move it down here. And then when you use it again, it moves to there, and then at the end of your turn, you then gain one of these bonuses. You cannot voluntarily move a comet from here to here or here to here. You can only do that when you spend it, when you use it to observe. And we'll explain observing now. So observing is this icon here. So you can do it there or there. And they're the only times when I think you can observe it. When you observe, you can either observe a major object or 2 constellations. And as I mentioned, it's spending dice of the appropriate thing. So to observe this, Geminides, you need 6 purple, so 5 red and a blue, whatever. You will get 5 points. You will gain an Inquisitor. So they will turn up, go in your cellar. But then you take the card and it will go there. No, it won't. It will go there. Yeah. Like that. And then it gets replaced immediately by the new one from the deck. If you are short, you can use comets. So you can only use comets if you're short. So if I had 4 red and a 2 blue, I could use them to buy that. I could not use the comet. But if I have a 4 red, a 1 blue and a 1 blue, then I could choose to spend 5 dice, 5 value of dice and the comet. And that is when you use the comet and you put it down here. And when it's here, it counts as a value of 2.
It's the same thing again.
Yes. But if I wanted to use and observe this with this comet, I couldn't use a red 4 and that because I'm not using a blue dice.
Yeah.
So you need to have
it isn't a
each
colour.
component color.
Exactly. So
Multiple comets in one go?
yes, you can use multiple comets in one go. I'm pretty sure you can. Right, so that's observing a major object. Observing a constellation is actually quite easy. You just put it on there and get whatever bonus is there.
Having paid that amount.
Having paid
single color
that amount.
Yeah.
Okay.
And whenever you do a observe, it's 1 major object or 2 constellations.
So you always have the chance. You're probably spending 2 dice.
Yeah.
Each time you do it.
This action is you move one of your university markers up on the track and get the bonus that's printed there. And at the end here, this is fixed. Don't try and remove this because it'll break the game. But this does 2 things. You gain a quadrant and you get to upgrade one of your action tiles, which is very simply, you flip it over.
We love upgradable actions.
Indeed.
Now,
Indeed.
you might think, well, how do I know what's on the other side? The game comes with, if you just want to pass me, think it's that. There you go. So the game comes with this, which is a reference of all of the things and what's on the other side, should you need them. When you observe a constellation, you also get the bonus from where you remove the constellation token. Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
I did forget that. Thank you very much. So there is a bonus here. So whenever you remove that marker, you'll get that bonus. Whenever you remove that marker, you get that.
And they
bonus.
must be done left to right.
And they must be done from left to right.
Okay.
Comets are also done from left to right, but there's no bonus for removing comets. So
Yeah.
it doesn't actually
It's just so you can track
Yeah,
them.
thank you very much for that.
And this
I
icon's
did
important,
forget
isn't
that.
it?
That icon is very important. So the icon on position 2, 4, and 6 is you take a card from the top of the deck
And you put it face
and you
down.
put it that way up. Now the icons are exactly the same, but it is not a major object.
Mhm.
Okay.
And that is how you get cards from the top of the deck, is only through that icon, and that icon only appears in those particular spaces. So that's upgrading. The last thing to mention, I think, is the free actions. And you can use any number of comets, thank you. But each comet only once during the turn.
Mhm.
Right, so you can't use a comet at the top and then
The same column at the bottom.
right. So free actions. For one quadrant, you can either change a colour of a die from one to the other, or you can upgrade one die by 1 pip. For 2 quadrants, you can buy a new dice or 3 book movements. We'll come on to book movements in a minute. For 3 quadrants, you can do 2 Inquisitors Persuading, which is the same one twice or once.
It's the second day of Christmas, right?
Yeah.
2 Inquisitors persuaded.
That's it. And for 4, you can place a comet. So that's those. Right, let's talk about books. So whenever you get book movement, which is 3 books here, there are other places you can get book movement as well. Or these 2 action tiles is actually move 1 book all the way to the end.
Okay.
So if you get 3 book movements, you can split it however you want. So if this was here, for example, I could say, right, I'm going to move this one twice, and I get that bonus, and then that bonus, and then I'm going to move this one once, and I get that bonus. If you get the icon, which is move 1 book all the way to the end, it is 1 book all the way to the end, right? You can't split it, and that's what book movement does. Now, one of the games that we played, there was a benefit, wasn't there, for moving. It was something like the furthest book to the right,
Yeah.
or the further the book
Was that
that
one
had
of the end
moved the
scoring or
least.
something?
Was that?
This guy.
That's that.
Yeah.
That's what that one is.
It's the
So-
one who's leftmost, isn't
It's the
it?
leftmost one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with if you're going to be moving up this track, then you need to be progressing your books roughly equally. That is simply for the number of Inquisitors that you have. This is for the number of upgraded tiles you've got, and that is for the number of major objects that you've seen.
And I suppose the 5th track is used in a different player.
No, this is not a track.
Oh.
This is a door.
Tell me more.
It's just a door. Graphically, that is just
All right
a
then.
door. Right. What rules have I not explained?
I think you've done it.
I think that might be it. That might be it.
We talked about moving one down here. We've done that, haven't we? Here.
We did.
Mhm.
Yeah. I've got
There was
all
a
of
question
these.
about player interaction. It seems like it's an opportunity to get there first, take the thing
Yes,
somebody else wants.
exactly. So you can be looking at what dice other people have got to see
Snap
which,
that up
which
before
cards
they can take
they might take before you, but there's no and taking
Those are
these.
the first come.
But there's no direct player interaction
first
or
come.
hurting everybody. It's
Yeah.
all a race to try and get things. So we're ready to start.
Yeah.
Mark, you are first.
Well, there we go. I think I'm going to get a new dice. I'm going to have a look at what colours there are. I'm going to go for a blue dice, please, Paul.
So you get blue at value 1.
So I've chosen that just there, and I'm going to take my first comet. I'm going to put it up here.
Mhm.
And I think that's my go.
Almost.
Oh, go! Got to do this down here.
Yeah.
Look, follow this,
Follow that.
and that goes down there like that.
But
Then-
then there is none of that. There is none of that. There is none of that.
Thank you.
So you're all good. Right. Well, bearing in mind how important the quadrants were the last time we played, I don't know whether I want to do a sneaky observation to start with.
Should I do?
Because I can just about do it. Can just about do it.
You can do an observation to start
I
with.
think. Oh no, because it's that or that. Maybe not. I mean, no, I can't. I was seeing if there was a yellow too, but there isn't. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move 1, 2. We'll just go 2. I am going to gain another die. I'm going to gain a blue one as well. But then I am going to increase the value of all of my blue dice by 1. Increase that. And then that goes to the end. And that is me done. Just so you know, for people watching, this is a prototype copy of the game. It is a good quality prototype, but this is not the finished version of the game. I believe the game has now been printed and it will be available in Essen, but yeah, this is a prototype copy that we're using.
Looks pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, I think graphically, I don't think anything's changed on that, but obviously production quality will be a bit nicer.
I think I'm gonna stock up on quadrants.
Mhm.
Someone keeps telling me that they're very important. So I'll use this action to gain 2.
2 quadrants.
Okay,
And
thanks. And then
Oh, look,
the other one is
there's a comet.
deploy a comet.
Yeah.
Yes. So we'll send the comet out.
Steve's comment.
One of many. And then this little guy
Yeah.
gets pulled out. Stuck in there.
Okay.
I think that's it.
Chris.
Okay, I'm going to go up to here and take a yellow dice, please,
Nah.
Paul.
It does not do that though, right?
That's that one, isn't it?
No, that's
That increases
increased
the
Oh, the
value.
increase value.
Yes.
I will increase my yellow dice then to 2. That's the add one, isn't it?
You guys are all
Yes.
commenting.
Somebody told me that it was very important. 3 times.
And put out a comet. Okay, so that's that bit. Done that bit. So this comes out. Really shift up like that.
Back to Mark. Turns are fairly quick
Yes.
in this game.
Yeah.
It's like a 90-minute game once you know what you're
And
doing.
you can definitely be
We-
thinking ahead as well.
We might be a little longer today.
So I feel as though if you're going to do the constellations, you really should do 2. So I'm just going to have a little look if there's ever any possibilities of me doing
It
2.
would be inefficient if you did an observation and only did one comet,
Yeah.
one constellation.
And I'm feeling at the moment that's not very likely. And I can't have an extra die because I've already taken that. So that's already probably a mistake. Anyhow. So I don't think I can do that. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to take one of these. And I'm going to upgrade,
Doing an upgrade.
one of these. I'm just going to have a little look and see what I think would be good. Quite like this one here. The extra things. Although the blue upgrade would be good for me because I've got 2 blue dice. So let's do that one there. And I'm not doing any of this, so I think I'm done.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go.
Did you rotate? Oh, you don't rotate because it's
No.
Stay there, yeah.
That one can't come off.
So I'm going to move to there. I am going to increase the value of all of my blue dice by 1. And then I am going to observe. And I have spotted in the night sky Leonidas. So I basically spend
7 value.
7 purple.
The knight gave a Spartan offering.
Yes. Oh. That comes out and that goes there, and I get 5 points for that. Winning.
After finding Leonidas, we found the
Stop the
moon.
clock. Oh, there's the moon.
We missed it
I
until now.
wondered what it was.
Madness lies therein.
So move 1 to 3. That means
I
my
got-
options.
I got more to do.
Oh, do you? Yes.
That's it.
Okay. Moving 1 to 3 means my options are A, B, and C. Correct?
Yes.
I think I might just follow along Mark's plan.
Yeah, the upgrades are irresistible, aren't they?
Because if we really like quadrants, we're gonna really, really, really like more quadrants. And then that one doesn't move at all. So I think that's the whole go then.
Yeah.
Mine's got a dodgy moustache, so I'm going to use that.
You're going
for
to
a
cover his
moustache
moustache.
Put them
Brilliant run.
eyebrows.
So-
abstractly around the face. Very
That's great eyebrows, that's good.
Right. So that if I did that one, that's increase
One
1
die
by 2.
by 2 pips.
Yeah, okay. So I think we'll do that one then. And increase my blue one by 2. So that'll be to 3. Okay. And then I don't think there's any chance of me observing right now. So I will take a yellow dice, please. Thank you. And that comes out like that. Goes into there.
Did we talk about this?
No, we didn't.
Ah, yeah, good
So
point.
there is that icon that I said I was going to mention. So whenever you claim an achievement,
Mhm.
it is that, which is to release an Inquisitor,
Mhm.
and that icon is also here as well.
Mhm.
When you release an Inquisitor, it comes from the right hand part of your cellar, and you get to do that and that. But it does mean that if you've removed them from here, you are no longer getting any ongoing benefits from them. So it is optional. You don't have to do it, but if you do, you get that bonus.
Okay.
So I'm just wondering, can I possibly get to 7? I think I'm one short from getting to 7. I do have this, which allows to give me +1.
Yep.
So I'm going to see if there's a way. I don't know whether to go for this because he's got nicer icons on it, or whether I go for this. It gives me one of these that I get to move along later. I think I like the icons, so I'm going to try and get to 7. So I'm going to go like this here. My blues are going to go up
by 2.
Oh, that's much higher than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I was going to say, you
And
can
then
easily get to 7.
The numbers are on the wrong side.
They
as well.
are.
Well, they're not meant to be rolled, so they don't have to be.
So still.
So I can actually get to 8 using my comet, and I'd like to use my comet.
Yeah.
And I don't think I can get to 9. So I think this is the answer for me.
Okay.
So I've got 3, 6, 7,
And the comet.
8.
Yeah.
I've spotted Persides.
Persides. You get 7 points.
7 points.
And a nice, friendly gentleman with red robes on.
And that's going to give me that, which isn't quite as good, but I do get an Inquisitor. But because I haven't moved him or her...
Yeah, so you stand them up.
Okay.
And then we'll lay them down to indicate that they've moved this turn.
Right. And on that basis, I've done this, which means that that goes like this. I haven't moved an Inquisitor. I can't claim... remind me what this one is, Paul?
If you've got a comet here.
Yes, of course.
It's the book.
And
the book
now
of comets.
I'm not doing that, so I'll do pick up
Okay,
finish.
so 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to take a yellow die. Am I going to take a yellow die? Or kind of wanted to. Kind of wanted to move up on one of the tracks, but no, I think I'll just take a yellow die, and then I will increase all of my yellow die by 1. And that is me done.
I'm going to do something similar. I can't hold 2 more dice, so I'll use this to get a red one. And I'll use the increase action. Send them to 2.
It starts off like this from our experience of playing the game, that you're just taking dice and upgrading them, but then once you do more stuff, it opens up a bit.
Okay, so I'm going to go 1, then 2 to here.
Mm-hmm.
So I am going to plonk my red dice to a 2. And I'm going to observe, and I think I can observe this one.
7 green.
So I've got 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7 with my comet.
Yep.
Yep.
So you observe the Aurora Borealis, which is topical.
And that goes there, correct?
7 points.
Okay.
5, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 5.
Why did I get 7?
So
I'm just making it. Oh yeah.
So I've done both actions. So that one comes out. Get the right one. That slides up. And I don't have any of those to do, so I think that's my turn.
Okay.
It's an interesting rhythm to this game because now I've only got 1 die.
You found the ebb.
These seem to be really heavy in these. And getting these
What's that?
people.
Lots of
Yeah,
inquisitors.
again, we've randomly chosen those tiles, but we have randomly chosen tiles that give lots of Inquisitors.
Yeah.
Why do we have to be doing all these observations during the religious festival week?
It's quite scary, this. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go... Oh, so tempted to skip that. This is a Great Western Trail thing as well. Do you go quick?
Quick
do
or
you
slow?
go slow?
Yeah.
It's hard to know what to do. I'm actually going to go here. I'm going to get a red die, please. And I'm going to increase all my red die by 2 each.
Nope. That's
One
One die
die
by
by
so
two.
that goes to
1 die
three.
by 2. Yeah.
Let's do. Oh no! In which case, I probably want a red die. I'll have a blue die then, please.
Okay.
No, I won't have a red die.
Is that your final answer?
My final answer. And now I move this one down. I haven't moved an Inquisitor.
Okay, I'm going to move to there. I'm going to increase all of my yellow dice by 1. And I'm going to do what everybody else is doing. I'm going to spot a comet. There you go. And that is me done.
I thought I had a really good move.
Oh, Matt started with the puns.
Do
Everybody's scores are going to be astronomical. Good one, Matt.
I think mine will be a minor observation. Yeah, it's that whole trying to get two
Does it have
done
a
at the
solar
same time.
It does have a solo mode.
Solar mode.
Solar mode. And for those people interested in the solo mode, Tom Heath from Slicker Drips did a playthrough of this earlier in the week, which I was watching this morning just to remind myself of how to play.
I wanted to get I do have some of those things. So let's see. If I go here, I can try to do 2 constellations. I can spend one of these guys to turn a 2 to a 3.
Yep.
And so I can spend that to claim, say, this one here, which gives 4 points
4
and
points.
a nasty man.
Yep.
Be a nice person, you never know.
Then I've got my
Persuade
opinions.
them.
And then I can do this and the comet.
That's my comment. He runs off my comment.
Reaching for the blue ones. Yeah. To do this one here.
Yeah.
Which gives me 1 point.
1 point.
And then sends the nasty man forward. And I
Yeah.
persuaded him to lie down. Think what you will. And then I can do free actions. Oh no, that was just this. So then the next thing I can do is the light action here, which gives me that quadrant back, please.
Ah, you're about to spend them. This could be quite clever.
And then the other symbol here is to move this fellow forward.
Persuade.
Nice.
And then I guess it's overspending, but it puts him in the
Yeah.
good box. So I'll spend all 3 of these to do the double
Yep.
advance action and send him into the nice man box.
Okay.
Okay.
He's no longer a nasty man. So I've done this. I've done this. I
Or
need
you
to
should
move-
get a face down card. Ah, yes, because you've done your second constellation.
Oh yes,
So
great.
there you go.
Thanks.
Well spotted.
Oh, and I would have got a quadrant
Ah.
from this bonus as well, so I should still have one of those.
Forgot
left.
that bonus. Thank you, chat.
Thank you very much. And then, so yes, I've done this and this. Now I need to take the tile that I've done and move it to the bottom. Slide the rest up. I don't have any comets in the correct place. I do get to
Yes.
have tea with the Inquisitor, however.
So you've got 1 on the right hand side, which is
Mhm.
+1.
Mhm.
So you move this marker up to there,
Mm-hmm.
and then you stand them back up again.
Uh-huh. So after they've lied down and given me something,
Yes,
then they stand back up.
stand back up.
Draw your own conclusions. I don't have an achievement yet, though. I only have 2
No.
constellations, so I believe I'm finished.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just going to move 1 forward, I think, and do the light action to take 2 quadrants. And so I don't think I have an achievement yet, so I can't do that. So that one's a new dice,
So
correct?
new dice of any colour.
So
That's not an achievement, that's move.
It's
one
just
of these
move
up.
one.
Oh, it's so just move 1 up.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Mark. I suppose I could. No, probably a dice.
They're not
It
appealing.
Probably is. Yeah.
Yeah.
They probably are if you know what you're doing.
So I've got a red. So what have we got out that goes with red? Blue, yellow, or everything. Yellow dice to place. I'm going to take a yellow dice. Okay. So that comes out from there. You slide up to there. That goes there. And that's me done.
So I'm going to go here. I'm going to increase that to 2 and that to 4. I'm then going to take a comet from here up here. Down. My Inquisitor didn't move.
Well, you're done. Right. So I think if I've worked this out correctly, I'm going to go here. I'm going to take a new die, and then I'm going to observe 2 constellations. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to spend this yellow 3 to observe this one, which gets me a quadrant because of that, gets me 4 points because of that,
You're winning again.
and gets me Bob. And then I'm going to spend 4 plus the comet for 5 to go on there for 4 points, and that gets me a card there. I believe I've done that right. And then that comes down here. And I don't have a book, didn't persuade him, don't have an achievement, so I'm done. Yes, Bob the Inquisitor. Obviously.
1, 2, 3. So we'll do this action. We're going to use this icon to get a die, which I think is going to be yellow.
Somebody's put comment and subscribe.
Yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. Good one. Like that.
And then
Nice.
this icon, I'll use the book, and that says advance it to the end.
Advance 1 book to the end and get
So-
all of the bonuses along the way.
This book is going to go to the end.
Yep.
Current end.
So you gain
That
a
will give
die,
me a die, which is also yellow.
and one of the university tracks move up by 1.
But which one? Let's do this one. And I believe that reward says any die goes up by 1.
Correct, yeah.
Now this would be even better if I had some idea of what I was going to do. Let's just turn these.
Well, yeah, makes sense.
And then I've completed this action. So this will go down. No comments, no inquisitors, no achievements.
It's interesting, like me, you upgrade a tile but didn't use it this turn.
Yeah.
Or did I? I might have, I can't remember now, yeah. But it's quite interesting, when you upgrade them, they often go to the back, so
Yeah.
But I had it worked out how this was going to be awesome, and then I realized as I was doing the turn that the tile I wanted to use slid into
Yeah,
the position that I was
completely,
pointing at.
completely.
So yeah.
But of course, the more you upgrade, the more awesomeness there is.
I'm going to just move 1 up again, I think. And what was I wanting to do? What colour dice do I want?
Purple.
I'm going to take a blue dice, I think.
Half of purple.
And then I'm going to use the dark action to put out a comet. And take that out, slide it down here. And that's my go.
Oh, so I thought I knew what I was doing. Issue is, if I go for the red constellations, that one gives me a person. And that one, the other, yeah, so I'm going to end up with a person, and I can't manage those at the moment. Which is a real pity.
Not if you're Bob.
Bob.
So I might just slow play it and let other people have those nasty ones. But I do have, the comet would be nice. What would the comet give me? The comet will allow me to move 1 along. But if I move 1 along, I'm in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to see what happens. I'm going to do this.
Okay.
I'll have 2 of these. This is ridiculously stupid. I'm then
Gain a die or observe.
I'm going to observe.
Okay.
I'm going to
what
be
you gonna have a
very
look at?
observant. So if I use this 2 here
Yeah.
with that,
That's red 4.
that's a red 4.
Standing by.
So that goes there to do. I think this. There's no choices there.
Red 4.
Red 4.
Yeah, I'll have that red 4.
All right.
Thank
So I
you.
need a
Oh, I've got
token.
a token, of course.
You get a quadrant?
Gets you a
Which gives
quadrant.
me a quadrant
5 points.
Purple.
And another Inquisitor.
and another Inquisitor.
Oh, it's in trouble.
I know. This is the issue. And then I'm going to use my other observation, this 5, and my 1 comet, which I am allowed to use.
Yeah.
So,
So 4 plus
Red
1
is
is
5.
Is 5.
Five.
Is red 5 standing?
Also
brings
standing
that
by.
there, which means I put that just here,
3 points.
3 points,
and
a quadrant,
a quadrant,
and a card.
and a card. But that was quite painful because I've got no dice and I've got 2 Inquisitors.
Yeah. Yeah, I got no dice, so.
And you have to rotate your tile.
I do, thank you very much.
And then you've got your book.
Oh, I can now
You have
choose.
written in the Book of Comets.
So
Which
I
of
think
those would you like?
I suspect the 3 books would be very nice indeed.
Okay, so you got 3 book movements.
So I would like to move them, but it's too scary to move them, so I'm not going to do that at the moment. So I've got 3 book movements, so I'm going to go this one to go 1 up here. Oh, that's the wrong order. It's all in the wrong order. I'm going to go this one to get a die. And the colours of die I want is a blue die. And I'm going to do this one to go up here and increase my blue die to 2. I'm going to do this one to go up here and give myself another blue die. Oh,
Nice.
starts off simple, it gets a bit more
Yeah.
complex.
And then there is no interrogation.
No.
And then you haven't got an achievement.
Yeah.
You're close.
Yeah.
So I think I've worked it out that I need to do this. Because that's rubbish and that's rubbish. I think.
Well, excuse me, princess.
Yeah. So we'll do this. We'll do an upgrade, and I'll gain a quadrant. And the one I wanted to upgrade, I think, was this one. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Mm-hmm.
No. Not that one. That one.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it.
I'm also gonna, so I can fix the problem that I ended up pointing at the tile that I wanted to use by doing an upgrade in between. So I'll do an upgrade in between. Quadrant. I can now upgrade one of these guys, and I was looking at the cheat sheet. I think this one is quite nice. I'll do that. Actually, that's gonna move up there, and then that's gonna move up. No, I think that's fine.
Okay.
I think that's, no, wait, it's not fine. Next turn I'm going to move that, which makes that go there, and then that means that's going to be there instead. So instead,
Oh, you know this feeling so well, Steve.
been around that block a couple of times.
Indeed.
Let's do this one.
Bringing back memories from last Thursday.
If I do this, then this, but not this, and then this after this. All right, so yes, we've done, none of the rest of that stuff matters, and nothing rotates, so that's it for me.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to move up 2 and get a quadrant.
Quadrant and an upgrade.
As an upgrade, and I'm going to
It's the upgrade round.
think upgrade
Yeah.
this one. Although then that's not going to actually be able to use that for a while because then that's not going to move. So that's another one. That's the blue. That which I think we might upgrade. There. Let's do that. Okay,
One die up by 3.
there's nothing to move.
Madman.
3 and a 2. 3 and a 2. Will allow me. That's so terrifying moving those people now. I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to play safe. One of these.
And another upgrade.
I too will upgrade something. It's too. So this means I upgrade all of the colour of those dice.
By 2.
But I've already done that one for my blues. Very difficult to know what to do. Plus dice is definitely one I want to aim for. Let's go for that one. Done.
And nothing else? Nothing else.
Nothing else.
So I go 1, 2. I'm going to take a new blue die. Do I want blue? No, I'm going to take yellow. No blue. Take a new blue die, and then I'm going to increase that die by 3. and get myself a quadrant.
So these aren't the Inquisitioners, these are the Insurgenters. No.
And
What's the word?
they are Inquisitors, I think.
No, the uncertainty. There's a word like uncertainty. So Inquisitor for uncertainty. I can't think of it.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
done.
Indecisors, something like that.
Yep, we're going to use this upgraded tile finally. So all of my blue dice go up by 2. Let's see if this turns out to be smart or not. But that happens. And then I will go up on a track like
It's a massive
Yes.
yellow score.
So that's 1 book movement,
which means I can do this.
which moves up on a track.
You see where this is going. And then let's take. I think maybe I don't need the bonus. I do want to have a lot of upgraded tiles by the end, so we'll do that.
So no bonus immediately for that.
And then the tile that I've used goes down here. I do like how I can push against this in the rounded things.
Yeah,
There's no
yeah.
ideas in place.
It's
Some,
helpful.
some nice materials design there.
There's probably one thing needs to be mentioned. These are seeded, so they get harder.
Yes, they
over
do
time.
get harder.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
it's now tier 2,
Mm-hmm.
and you'll see that the numbers on them are bigger numbers.
I'm sort of counting on that.
Yeah.
All set.
With the comets, I'm not using one this round.
Mhm.
Just thinking ahead, because you've got 2 out. I can either use the 1 or the 2.
Or
You've
both.
got- oh, you can use both as
Mhm.
well. Okay, right, fine. So I'm gonna go 1, 2 to my upgraded dice. So gain a quadrant, and I'm gonna turn this red 2 into a red 5, and then do I want to move up on something? Yes. Or do I want another dice? I don't think I need another dice right now. And that would be change any.
It's just up
Just
one
up
dice
one
by
dice
one.
by one, isn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah, I'm going to do that. So I'll use the move up to do that. And then we will change the yellow, I think, to a 2. Okay. So I've done that, I've done that. That comes
Is
out.
it CG?
It's not, no.
It's not. It reminds me of CG.
Okay.
Slide up.
I mean, it's Czech people. It's a Czech designer.
It's got the feel about it.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
Don't have those to do. Do you go, Mark?
Thank you. Right then. Just, everything's so slow, isn't it? It will do so much. So I'm going to move there, and I'm going to increase my blue dice by 2, like that.
By 2.
So
By
I did.
1?
By 1.
Oh, by 1. Oh, it's here that I do that.
Yeah.
Okay, that might make a really big difference. Let's just see what that looks like. I've got my 2 comment, and I think there's I want to use my 2. Actually, that's probably better for me.
Okay.
So I can get. Yeah, so I've got to get that. That one moves them along.
Well, you can do a 3 and a 4, comet wise. Or you could do a 2 and a 5, but there isn't a 2 constellation. It's 3, 4, and 5.
I've got my 2 comment, haven't I?
Yeah. So that'll turn the 2 into a 4. So you could do a 3 and a 4.
Yeah. I think I'm just going to do it because it's fun. So I'm going to do that 5 just there with this, using my comment.
Anita is asking, can you also choose to go 1 space down from the track so that you can trigger the 4 tile if you're at the end of the track at that time?
I'm going to do it.
Not sure what you mean. If you mean,
1 space down.
if you mean if you're pointing to there, if you mean this track, then you can go 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, you can never do the thing that you're pointing at or right behind you.
Yeah. If that makes sense.
I think I may have made a huge mistake because I've gone for that 5. So I can use my comment.
It's going to hurt. But then you're only doing the 5.
No, do another one as well. So that's that one.
Yeah, but then you got a 2.
I know.
Oh, so you got quadrants.
I do.
Okay. So you get 3 points,
Yeah.
and you have persuaded.
Sadly, this is.
I mean, it'd be good to show off.
It will be. I think that's good.
Move it that way.
it goes that way, does
Yeah,
it?
it moves to the right, and then you lie it down. To
Oh,
show
okay.
that
All
it's
right.
moved.
Okay. And then I'm going to do that to make that 3.
Mhm.
So that's going to come out here like this.
Did you get?
No, I haven't done that yet.
Okay.
Then I've got this. So anything out here will help me. I'd really like a quadrant, and there is a quadrant there.
There you go.
I think that's my answer. Yeah, so I'll do this to get a quadrant, which is good because that means I've now got 6 quadrants.
And then the next bonus is another card.
Another card. A bit of a rubbish one, but never mind. Now then, I've done that, and now this goes back.
Yep.
And then we're going to do some shenanigans. We're going to do the whole thing now.
Now you do your comet.
The comet. So I think I'm going to... Ooh, I think I'll send it to the 3, I think, here again.
3 books.
Because that allows me to do 1
Yeah.
to move a thing along. And then 2 to get a dice. 3
To get another dice.
to get a dice. The
Okay.
colours I'm going to want are going to be yellow dice.
2 ones.
And then, before my Inquisitor comes, I'm going to spend 6 of these.
Right, hang on. I need to check this. And if the designer is watching, or the publisher is watching,
You use each of those things once per go.
this happened in our last game.
Okay.
I think you can only use 3 actions
Oh.
in
This part of
when
it.
you're doing actions. So this is a rules check
Oh,
that
well,
we
that
will
would
need
have
to
made a
have.
very big difference.
It won't be that different.
It means either get +2 or -4.
Yeah, it means that instead of moving both of them forward, you can move one of them.
So the action phase is this. Step 2 of your turn is the action phase. Okay? And I think you can only do 3 actions in the
Okay.
action phase. So this stuff would have needed to be done here
Okay.
and not here.
All right.
So you're missing.
I got one from here, didn't I?
Mhm.
That's fine because that was done during the action phase.
Yeah.
But the moving of the 3 books,
I had 6 to start with, but I spent 1 to increase the die by 1.
Mm-hmm.
it's true. But you're still in the action phase. You don't have this yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're only
you
going to
wanted
get that here,
Right. Okay.
along with the 2 dice.
dice.
So you don't have the 2 dice yet, and you don't have that yet.
Okay. In which case, I will obviously spend
I
3.
think that's right.
Send one of them forward twice.
I think so.
Yeah.
The same. No, it's better that way, isn't it? Okay. So
Okay.
which means I've got 3 angles.
So there's the 3 actions done.
I'm gonna-
Then you do the book. Now you do the interrogation.
So I get a -1.
So you get a -1.
It's
Not
a bit
too bad.
disappointing. Up to what I was hoping to do, but never mind. I've now got 3 angles.
Yeah.
That's okay.
It's just you wear the shame collar for a day.
Okay.
You don't actually have to
Except
go into
the
the
designer is in the chart and says, no, you can do 3 actions after your main action. So does that mean
Can you do free actions after the bonus gained from the comet book?
I think that's what Thomas is saying.
I think that's a much better way of playing the game.
I think so too.
It's looser.
But by the rules as
Yeah.
written, it seemed that you could only do 3
It
actions.
seems a bit harsh that when you come to that phase, you're then not able to use
But
things.
if Thomas is saying you can do it, then you spend those 3 to
Yeah.
move
The other
that
one
one to the
forward.
right.
And you get to go forward 2 instead of back 1.
Yeah, so instead of going back 1, you actually go forward 2.
Okay.
Is that right? Let me know if that's correct.
Thomas, thank you so much. That's what I was hoping for. And it
Because
was
you were planning for that.
exactly. I knew I could get my 1.
Yeah.
Whether it's good being at -1, I don't know.
Well, it's better than being at -3.
Now I've got capacity to
Yeah.
get more.
Exactly. And now every time you do have an interrogation, you're getting bonuses.
Yeah,
These guys, you've persuaded them that
Mm.
you're not all bad.
Thank goodness Thomas is here.
You're all done?
What's he say?
Well,
you cannot do after placing comment. Comment.
Oh, right. Okay, so you can't do it.
Mhm. Uh-huh.
Okay. So we were right.
I did it before placing the
No, moving the comment.
3 books
When you-
gave
Sorry.
me.
Okay,
Yeah, the 3 book movement give you
we'll,
the 2
we'll
dice
just undo
and
that.
1
then.
university up, which in the university up
Does, yes. Okay.
Yeah.
In which
So
case
that
I've
goes
got
back there,
1
and then you
there,
stand them both
1
up.
there, and I'm -1.
And you get your 3 quadrants back. Okay,
Oh,
so
yeah, okay.
we are correct in that
Okay.
3 actions can only be done in the action
Yeah.
step.
Okay. Well, there we go.
There you
Right.
go. Right.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
My go.
It's implied. but
Partially,
not
thank
explicit
you.
in the book.
So
Partially, thank you.
I had a plan.
It still illustrates it.
Yeah.
which
The
is-
plan was that. And I'm going to place a comet. It's going to go there, and I'm going to gain a quadrant. And I'm going to move that one to the right. And then, since it's still my action phase, I'm going to spend 3 quadrants.
He's learned.
To move that to there. And that's that done. And then that goes to the end. And I'm not writing in the book of comments, but I get interrogated. I say, look, I'm not all that bad. Moves to there. That's my go done.
All right. I had a plan. Let's see if I remember what it is after all of that excitement. I believe
It was a lot of excitement, wasn't it?
You had a big turn.
I believe it was to go here. And do I do the die increase first, or do I do the observations first? I think I can get the observation done. Yes. So I'll do the observation first. I have 5, 6, 7 in green. So this just puts off to the side.
Yeah, it's gone out the game.
Claim you. Physics.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That is a major. So that goes here, and it is worth 5 points. 5 points. And then this part here is blue dice up or 1 die up by 2. So by 2. And I don't think I want to do anything with those yet. I don't have any of these guys here that need to be run forward. Yeah, that's fine. And then this one is going to cycle through. I do get comet bonus now.
You do? Which bonus would you like?
Man, if I only knew. I guess we just have to do it at some point. So we're gonna take the university increase and we're gonna invite.
Oh, well, that's very good. I'm loving that.
2 inquisitors.
Is it good because it's happening to me in high school?
No, I think there's lovely bits of this game, but for me, this is the real
This is the
brain thing. If
'Cause
you
if you
get
can-
that working for you, I think you're doing all right.
Yeah.
And I don't yet qualify for any achievements, so I'm good.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to move up 2 and go to here. And I think I'm just going to, for the light action, put my blue up to a 2. And then I'm going to observe the dark action. I think I can do the
A partial solar
partial
eclipse.
solar eclipse. I've got 5 in red, 2 with yellow, and then if I use
7
my
orange,
2 comet,
And the
then that will
comet
be
is the 9. So that
9.
gets you 9 points.
Cool. What's there? Like so. Okay. So that's both
My
of those
favourite nebula.
done. This comes down like
What's your least favourite?
I'm not kidding. Oh, sure.
Ryan's great.
okay, done that. So I need to do the comet now, don't I?
Yep. Right in the book of comets.
So what do I
What
want?
would you like?
The dice is nice. 3
Yeah,
points is nice.
I think it might be a dice to start off some dice again.
An extra die.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
These go away very quickly, don't they?
They do.
The good ones.
I'm gonna get a
The good
yellow
ones
dice, I
die young.
think. Okay, that's me done.
Just I am not working today, but there are a couple of things
Yeah,
I've
that's
got
fine.
some text, but I will
That's
keep it to a minimum. Okay, so then I had an idea, and I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna get myself a blue die. I'm gonna get an angle, and I'm gonna move.
That
Bomb,
one through
bomb.
to the right. You lay it down.
And this was already laid down, is it?
Oh no, it's just the laying down is just to remind
okay.
you that there will be an interrogation in case you forget.
And now I do this, and I go up with.
Right.
Do this first.
Do that first.
Sorry. See, excitement. It's
Then the
terrible.
books. No books.
No books.
Now it's the interrogation. So here we go.
+2.
You've got 2 people in the cellar that are saying good things about
1,
you.
2. Oh, only -1.
Yeah.
We're enjoying that fine cast of Amontillado.
And then you can stand it up.
Okay. Thank you.
My go? Right, I'm very excited about this because we're going to see something we've not seen before. I'm going to move to here.
Just getting an achievement, that guy.
I am. I am going to move a book to the end. And I'm going to move this book to here to take a die. Then to here to get 2 points. And then to here to increase the value of all of my yellow dice.
Why haven't we seen that before?
Because
Oh,
no,
it's
you've seen that before.
Ah,
Now I'm going to observe. And I am going to observe with 4 and 2. So those two together make green. I'll use the comet. So if I... So I'm actually going to leave it there, and I'm not going to increase that. Oh no, but it's moved to the end.
it is.
And I don't think you can...
Not do it.
Again, rules check. For
Gotta go
anybody
all the
who
way.
knows, am I allowed to land on that bonus and not get the bonus? I don't think you can.
I mean, it's possible that you land on the bonus, and it's not possible for you to
It
execute.
is. I think I remember reading somewhere that the only thing that you can voluntarily choose not to take is the releasing the Inquisitor.
Mhm.
But I will get a rules check for that. Because I wanted to use the comet. I'll tell you what I could do.
You could do the 8.
The,
The
it's orange.
Oh, it's orange. Oh.
It's orange. And I went and only took a blue die, didn't I?
Yeah, you only, and it's there's only one green out
Okay,
now.
it's fine. It's fine. I'll take the 6 green and not use the comet. I'll spend the 6 green to take that, so that's gone. I get 5 points. And I get another friend,
What is this? Comes
In
with
the
2
cell.
bombs. Weesh.
and it goes here. Right, so I did that.
You would give yourself a person, yeah.
And I did that. And now I'm going to move that to there. So no Book of Comets. You need to take the Inquisitor, but other bonuses is up to you. You cannot take it if you don't want to. Thank you, Thomas. So I choose not to.
Oh,
So
Okay.
I don't get that.
all right.
So I actually had a 4 and a 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which means I use the Comet. And I lose the extra point.
Yeah.
Excellent. Oh, and I could have spent 1 quadrant to increase the colour of the... Yeah, okay. Oh, sorry, 1 quadrant to change the colour. Oh, I could have done.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting.
That's fine,
about
that's fine. I've done it now. We've done that. So now I have this. Now, none of these are lying down. So I think I'm not gonna progress it. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take... Do I want to release one? We could go with that as a different strategy.
I've never. Well, we only played one game. Didn't we?
Yeah.
Nobody did that, did
But
they?
rather than stacking them up here, it's actually just releasing them and getting a bonus. Let's try it because nobody else is doing it. So I'm going to release this one.
There we go.
I get a quadrant and I get a die. And I'm going to take blue because it's my favourite. Right. And then I've done an achievement.
Which one have you done?
I have done 2
Two,
comets, 2 constellations, and 2
Oh.
major objects.
He was a turn or 2 ahead of me.
So,
7
look,
points.
I'm going to get 7 points, which means I can release somebody. So let's slightly undo that. I won't take that. I'll take that instead for 3 points. And then when I get the achievement, I get 7 points, and then I release
Yeah,
somebody.
you're 1 turn ahead of me as well.
Yeah.
That was first power. Can't complain, can I? Right. Nice.
Done.
And when you release somebody, you get
I get a quadrant and a die, which is what I got. Right. Okay. We're good.
nice. Well done, Paul. We should have said well done, Paul.
Yes, that Inquisitor is now off in the wild, running with the giraffes.
All right. This is too much going on.
Yeah.
Just to let you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards left in the deck.
Yeah, we're already about halfway through.
So yeah,
It doesn't outstay its
it's not a long game, is it? Yeah.
1, 2, 2, 2, 2. Yes, 2. Observations first. I have a 3 and a 5. And there's a 3 and a 5. So we're going to take those 2. So there's the 3 for 2 points. University upgrade, which will be this guy. And then the 5 was here. Giving 3 points. Sending someone along. Giving one of these. And then those are spent. And now here I can run a book to the end. So, not that one.
Go on, do it.
That one's heck as well.
But if we're saying that bonuses are optional, are we saying then that
You have to take. You certainly
Any
have
of
to take
these
the
are
Inquisitor.
Yeah,
Silly if you couldn't.
that's very
You
true.
could get away with it.
Yeah, that's a whole can of worms there, isn't there?
I shouldn't have taken that 3. Yeah, I think I'm gonna not take that 3, and I'm gonna take. No, but that doesn't work. Never mind.
yeah, it would be
Yeah.
good to get a quick rules check on that. Are all of these options optional? So even the one that gets you an Inquisitor, can you choose not to take the Inquisitor? I wouldn't have thought so because
No.
it's on there. I think you have to take it if it's from that. But yeah, just
I'd
give
like
us
some
a
consistency, really.
give
with
us a
this.
check on that. Yeah.
And you take it, you don't take it. All or nothing.
So if I run something first, I'll have to spend these 2 quadrants to get 3 book moves, I think.
You always have to take the
Yeah,
Inquisitor.
yeah.
Okay, so that is not optional.
So,
So-
which of these do you always have to take, and which ones have you got choice?
I think the taking the Inquisitor is.
I'm
I think everything else is optional.
moving
One.
the Inquisitor, I guess, isn't. That's not optional.
You
either.
would always do that if you
Yeah,
could.
of course you would. I'd separate triggers.
2.
Oh, so you mean?
Yeah.
Right.
And 3. And then now I do the other part of the action, which is to send a book all the way. So this book goes all the way here. It turns the 1 into a 2. I have to give up the yellow die increase because I don't have a yellow die at the moment. And I get another one of these. Then I can spend all 3 of these. Send this guy here. Thought I was going to get a little bit better than that, but I think I'm out of things to do there. So, then this tile goes to the end, and so I don't get combat bonuses. My Inquisition nets out to -1. Not so bad, all things considering, and I don't get any achievement. All done.
With the quadrant, the anytime
Yep,
actions,
free
can you do the same one multiple times?
Yep, yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Right.
Can't do math with a
So,
comment.
I think then I can make this work. So I can turn that into a 2 and use the comet for a 3. And then I can turn that into a 4 to do any of the other ones. Okay, right. So I'm going to do a 1, 2 down to here. Actually take another dice. I don't have a red to upgrade, so that one's going to have to be taken another dice. So I'm going to take a red dice. Light action, and then for the... And you can do it in... So just for completing this, I'm doing this in the right order.
Mhm.
You can do these between actions,
Yes.
but not during actions,
Correct.
wasn't it? So I've done the lights. I'm going
Yeah.
to use these to change...
You need to be one back, Steve.
Spend
Because
one of those to take
No.
that to a 2.
I did move one back.
He did.
I was on
Ah,
4, and I have +1 and -2, so I moved back 1.
Arrows.
to
Yeah.
turn
Okay.
this one.
So you
into
were
a
on
4.
there, were you?
Mm-hmm.
You moved there.
Mhm.
Okay.
I had to move forward the first time I had an Inquisition, and
Yeah.
then this one nets me out -1.
Okay. We're all good.
And right, so I've spent some quadrants to change a couple of my dice. I'm going to observe, and I'm going to use my 2 yellow and my comet.
Mm-hmm. 3
to-
yellow, 3.
Which is that one's the only one, then,
Yep.
isn't it? So that gets me a quadrant
3
back
points.
as well.
1, 2, 3. And an Inquisitor. Your first one.
It's 4 points, that one, I think. Isn't it?
4.
Yeah. Sorry, right. So
Can't see.
he stands up there. Okay, and then I'm going to use my blue 4. Do I take 5 points in another? So at this point, just the Inquisitors aren't
You're not being
doing
interrogated.
anything.
Correct.
Just when you have an
It's
interrogation.
only if you move them.
Yes. Okay. Do I just go for the points and see what happens? I think so. So I'm going to use my 4 blue to place this one on there, which
Another
is
5 points. And another
1, 2, 3,
Inquisitor.
4, 5.
They're
Another
lonely
Inquisitor.
all by themselves, aren't they?
Mhm.
Yeah. And I get a card as well.
Get a card.
Cute.
Send them off in pairs like other religious organisations.
And I believe you get an achievement.
Is he? Oh,
2
2 comments, 2 major. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you put an achievement mark in there and you get 3 points.
If you've done everything else.
Yep. I need
You
to
done-
move
Did you
down.
have 2 of these?
So
Yeah,
2 major
Dark
objects.
ones. Dark ones.
Is it not 2 of these as well, though?
No.
What's the little
2 major
stupid
objects, 2 constellations, and 2 comments. So if you
Two
do
comets,
one more
2
major
thing?
object,
Oh, those are not
you've done it
constellations.
as
Yeah,
well.
yeah,
Did
yeah.
you put 3 points on? I
Yeah.
wasn't paying
I don't
attention.
know why I don't
Thank you.
understand that. Anyway.
Okay.
Good job.
Yep, I've done that. I don't have a comment down the bottom. Not having an Inquisition, so yeah.
And then you did the
That's-
achievement. Yep,
Yeah.
we're all good.
So I'm going to go here. I'm going to get a red die. I'm going to get one of these. I'm going to get 1 point, please, for pink. And I'm going to move a comet up here. I'm done. I'm going to move this one down here.
No book, no Inquisitors, no, none of that. Right, I think my turn might actually be quite easy. I'm going 1, 2, 3. I'm going to take 2 dice.
Mm-hmm.
And based on what we've got here,
Should take at least 1 red one.
I think I should take a red one. And I'm thinking maybe I should possibly take another red one. Let's take another red one. And then that's it. That goes there, that goes there. We are done.
I'm gonna move here.
Got a plan.
I'm gonna take
I had a
a
plan.
new die, which would be blue. So everything out there is purple, basically. And I'm gonna use this upgraded action to get 1 quadrant and 2 Inquisitor steps. Both of these guys are. And then this moves down to the bottom. And I didn't do any comet stuff. My Inquisition now is +3.
Ooh,
3.
nice.
Very
And
good.
No achievements yet. Turns out if you give them enough Amontillado, I'll say.
Okay.
There's a fair few points here, but
Yeah.
it's a lot. It's down there. You've got to worry, isn't it?
Yeah.
Brian's question in the chat about pre-orders for Spiel. I went looking because I was interested and I didn't see one. I would love to be proven wrong, but hopefully if there is one, they won't sell out before the stream is over.
Right, I'm gonna.
My plan is to go into Essenspiel on the Wednesday, buy all of the copies, and then sell them in the corridor for €5 more.
Can I just give you €5?
Yeah, sure.
Very ethical of you, Paul.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
€5 and a pack of Jaffa cakes.
And a package up, yeah.
I've already paid that.
Okay, so I've moved up 1. I'm going to take 2 quadrants with my light action, and then with my dark action, I am going to get another. I don't have these. I spent those before I get confused. I'm going to take another dice. What goes with red right now? Everything.
Everything.
I think I'll take a yellow. Okay. So now
Chuck's joined us. Hi, Chuck.
that
Thank you
one
for joining in.
comes out.
Aaron is asking, will I be teaching in Essen? Yes, I'm going to be demoing Galactic Cruise in the mornings, but this game is going to be available for demo at the Pink Troubadour stand. I can't remember which booth they're at. Probably, I'm going to guess Hall 4 or Hall 6. 4 or 6.
That's where all the good stuff happens.
We're in here. These will go up by 1 each, don't they?
Yeah.
I've got that right now. And I'm going to do a little bit of observing.
Observing.
So I think I can do the 6. Oh, no, this 6 here I think I can do.
You can.
I'd really like 2 Inquisitors, but I don't think I can do that. So it's weather. So I'm definitely going to have to use that red one. And that gets me to 3, 4. And do I use these to make it 6? Or do I use the dice? I think I'll use the dice.
So there's 5.
5.
Comet for 6.
Comet for 6. 5 points.
5 points and an Inquisitor. Okay. We are now into the tier 3s.
Mm-hmm.
Pink Troubadour are in Hall 4, next to Delicious Games. Excellent.
I
Yeah,
love that.
4F520. Thank you.
And I've done this, which is 3 points. Done.
Any more?
Oh,
for
got
anyone?
to do this.
And that one shouldn't be lying down, unless, yeah, you've just got him, haven't you?
Thank you.
No books, no achievements.
I've done the achievement.
Okay, I'm going there. I'm going to place a comet here. I'm going to get 2 quadrants. And I am not going to do anything with those quadrants. So that is my go. Done.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm not as certain about my move. Doesn't help as much as I want it to.
Bit expensive these now, aren't they?
Yeah. I guess I'm gonna plan for the future and just do this. I don't think I feel so good about it. But the comet comes out. Need to get that done for a while and take a new die, which will be blue. And then this slides down and no other exciting things happen on my turn. All set.
Okay, I'm going to go up 1. And I'm going to use my dark action first to place a comet. And I'm actually going to spend my 4 quadrants to place another comet.
Yeah, I was just looking at that.
See what happens with that. And then as my light action, I'm going to do the book.
So 1 book all the way to the end.
Just need to do, I don't really want to move these guys right now because that's going to, but I'm going to have to move one of them, aren't I? That's going to lose me quite a lot.
Your second and fourth tracks don't have any movement. They just get you even more inquisitive.
Yeah, then that's the other problem. Hadn't thought about that.
Delay the inevitable.
Yeah, that's the issue.
6 cards.
But I guess losing points and it's going to get me points in another way, hopefully. And then the track that I want to go up there is actually getting me more Inquisitors.
More
as well.
Inquisitors.
Could move and then move, I guess. If I did right, let's do that actually. So I'm going to move this one all the way to the end. So I'm going to do that first, which gets me up a 1. So I'm going to go up on that one, which gets me another
A book.
move.
Yeah.
So I'm going to use that to move one of these guys.
Yeah, so you lie it down.
Then I'm going to do that, which gets
2
me 2 points. That moves another 1. Ugh.
Same one or a different one?
What's going to end up being better?
The
I
different
think
one.
different one, because the left-hand column is -4.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we'll do that. And
And
then,
all of your red dice go up by 1.
okay. So it goes up to a 2. Okay, so then that comes out. Does that. I don't have any comets down the bottom. And we need to do this. Then.
Yeah, so it's -4. Ugh.
Yeah.
So 1,
indeed.
2, 3,
And,
and you lose 2 points.
Okay.
Bad man. Bad man.
Couldn't have happened to a nicer guy.
And then they stand up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, ready to do it again too next time.
Yeah.
All my things are wrong place.
Have you been around my house lately? Then?
Oh, I can do this. 1, 2, 3. It's not fantastic. Oh, why don't... let's think about this a second. That puts that blur does up by 2. Observe, but there's nothing to observe. That
You can use that. There's a 2 if you need it.
will allow me to move that one along, which means I could spend 3 to move another one along. Is that really worth it? Moving my dice. I also feel as though some big constellations coming that I should be saving up for.
It's just all the 3s.
So the 6. 6. Really want to use that one though.
Next turn.
When I don't 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3.
Oh, you haven't moved yet?
No.
Oh, right. Okay.
So I go 1, 2, 3 and upgrade the. Yeah, let's do this.
Okay.
I'm gonna get a blue dice.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna upgrade them all by 1. That's gonna go to 3, and that's gonna go to 3. That's a bit rubbish, but I feel as
Upgrading them
though
all by 1 should have
Upgrading
put them
them all
both
by
to
1.
2. I think you're completing both of
oh,
them.
I've done exactly the same as I did before. Thank you so much. I'm so sorry. So in fact, then it might be better off.
1 up by
A
2.
1 and a 3
Yeah,
or a 2 and a 2.
1. So I might be better off getting a different colour. That's actually much better to do that and make
Okay.
that 3. Thank you.
Yep. Great.
I'm not on purpose, I promise.
And then you just need to
And
cycle
then the
your
rest of the stuff. And nothing else?
Nothing.
Right, so I'm going 1, 2, 3.
Uh-oh. You're gonna snipe me.
Am I?
Yeah.
How?
I'm not gonna tell you in case you're
Oh, go on.
not. No.
Go on, tell me.
Synchro dice.
Well, for some reason, I thought I was going to up all of my dice and do a book action.
That's probably not
I
gonna
can't do that.
Yeah.
That'd be cheating. So I could gain another die. I mean, I've got these. I want to use those comets. So at the moment, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can get this. Is that the one you were thinking of?
I will not say.
Possibly. Very possibly. It was actually constellations that I was after. But
Now
if
that
I
you've
was to
learned that you
upgrade
could snipe
these,
me.
that's a 2 and that's a 2. It's not enough. It's not enough for that. Really not.
You got plenty of choices out there.
So instead of increasing, I could do the
Yeah,
book
move
thing.
on.
I'm going to do the book thing. Right. So I'm going to move a book to the end, and it's going to be this one, and it's going to go to the end. So I get a new dice, and let's have
In 2 points.
2 points, and this moves to there and lies down. Oh, careful with that.
Oh.
It's just the noise.
Oh.
Let's take yellow. Keep my options open. Right, so I did the book to the end, and then going to observe with this pile of rubbish. But I can use these to increase dice. But I want to save 3 of them for this.
So you can use one of them. To
So I can
increase
use
your
one of them. Problem is if I get another one. Oh, rats. There's no cheap constellations out there anymore, is there?
For the big ones, no.
Hmm.
You might get to that one.
Could.
It's only 4.
Okay. Right. Change of plan. So I'm going to use red, 2 1s, and 2 comets. So you can't use the same comet twice in the same turn. You can't use it to put it there and then use it again.
But you can use multiple comments.
I can use multiple comets. So that's red 4,
Mm-hmm.
which is this,
Mm-hmm.
which is 2 points. Red moves to the right. and I move up on a track. Aha! I move up on a track, and the track that I move up is... Is it going to work? Is it going to work? It might do. I'll move to there, which allows me to upgrade
I die by 1.
a die by 1. And then for my second constellation, I have the 2. I can't use the comets, but I could make it a 3. Yeah, I'm one short, aren't I?
If you've used this for the first constellation, could you do that for the
No.
second one? Okay,
You can't
so they're done
use-
for the turn.
Yeah, they're done
Okay.
for the turn.
Yeah, you can do it.
Not sure I can. No, what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend 2 quadrants for 3 book movements. 1.
Mhm.
2. 3. Which moves up to there, giving me another quadrant.
Hmm.
Right.
And now you can do it.
Well, except I think I'm cheating
Why?
because I'm doing free actions
Oh,
In the middle.
of
in
your
the
observation.
middle of an observation.
Uh,
So I think I'm cheating accidentally. That's the thing I did, didn't it?
that is the one that you did. Yeah, but
Yeah, but we're
until then
fine.
you hadn't spent-
Nothing's actually happened. So what I've done is I've not actually done that or that
you've just done a load of free
or
actions.
or that. So I've done all of the free actions to do all of the
Moved up one of
stuff.
these? No.
No, that was all free actions.
Okay.
So now I'm doing the observation, and at that point I spend the 2, or it might have been 2 ones
Mm-hmm.
with those 2
Mm-hmm.
to put that on there to move that to the right and get 2 points.
Mm-hmm.
No, hang on. I've still got some more free actions to do, and the free actions is increase the blue.
Mhm.
So putting that up to a 4. I'll tell you what, I might spend. No, I'll keep it at a 4, and then I'll spend the 4 to put that there, which is 3 points. So yeah, do the free actions first, then do the constellation thing. That gets me a card. Right,
Cycle your tiles.
done. Cycle the tiles. No comet book stuff. This did move.
Mhm.
So that moves to there.
Mhm.
And then no achievements. So that's me gone. Done.
Okay. You didn't snipe me.
I did not.
No. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna run a book to the end. This book is gonna go all the way over here. It gives me Larry. There. Gives me 2 points.
Don't forget to flip your comments. Thank you.
And it gives me all of my blue dice up by 2 each. 3. Now I'm going to do an observation, and 3, 6, 8, 9.
9 purple
Yes.
for 9 points.
Nope. No, I've destroyed everything.
A ripple in the universe.
It's the Nebula Triffid.
So yes, 9 points. 9 and 17 is 26. I've caught up.
That's some
Thankfully.
juicy points.
That goes there. Then this cycles to the bottom. And didn't get a comment on the book line. I didn't do an acquisitions turn. I do finally qualify for an achievement.
Yay.
The 2, 2, and 2. Last one to the party.
3 points.
3 more points. 1, 2, 3. Don't feel too bad about that.
It's best to do something that's really inefficient. And that needs blue and red. Okay, I'm going to go here anyway, and I'm going to send one of my tracks to the end. I'm going to use this one, so I'm going to do that to gain a blue dice. Then that to put my red dice up by 1. And then final one puts my yellow dice up by 2. Okay, so that's the bottom bit. Then how did I decide I'd be able to observe something? I can't.
Get dice. Fine. Yeah, no, you can't. Ooh.
I mean, you've got 4 points of comets.
Yeah, that's true. Oh yeah, I've got the one at the bottom as
You've
well.
got this one
don't
as
I?
well.
So I could actually
Pretty
do
sure
that
you can get something.
because I could use these two to
Do you have
do
more
the
than one comet here?
You can, yeah.
6-1, or I could do that's only a 4 and a 5. That won't work so much. Okay, I'll observe to do this one.
Yeah.
I guess.
So you need
that's
purple 6,
so that's 2, 4, 5.
3, 4,
Yeah,
5, 6.
6. Okay,
5 points, and Joe.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
How big these are?
17.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Then
So we all have the same number of turns, don't we?
that
We
goes there.
Yes. We finish the round and then you do one more
Okay,
round.
so we've done that. So this comes down to here then. That pushes up. What do I want for my comet? I probably want to move some of these inquisitors, don't I? But
Remember, if you move
If
on
you
the-
move one, they...
Oh yeah, we do. I
Evaluated.
definitely don't want that. That is a good point.
At the
The
time.
dice might be useful for you.
Yeah, let's just get a dice and I'll try and decide which colour. What goes with yellow? Red. Let's get a red one.
And then there is no interrogation.
No,
And then achievement, if you've got one.
I've got one. No.
Mark,
Oh, I think all these things are
so many.
I might as well go for the comets, aren't I? But it's 7 points, isn't it?
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do this. Get 2 more of these. It feels a bit slow play, but hey. And I'm going to put this one out here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to spend 5 of these.
5.
4.
That was only
Four.
4.
Yeah. Comet.
You see, that's
A bargain at twice the price.
I only actually looked at what it said. Put those others.
Yeah.
I think I've got 5.
So that'll be an end of turn thing.
So now I'll move this one down hither. Nothing else is moved
Which is
here.
now
And I then put this one out just
7 points.
here. 7 points.
And
Just
do
when I
you
thought I
want
cut up
to
for
release?
6, 7.
The hounds.
It is quite tempting, isn't it? It is quite tempting, but I don't think I do.
Okay.
But it is tempting.
It is.
I'm not going to.
Okay.
Stay.
I had a plan. What was the plan? It was to go there and get 5 comets out, but you beat me to it. So
Oh.
fine.
You beat me to
Fine.
the other one just now. So.
I'll put that there. I will take a quadrant and I'm going to increase the value of this dice to 4. And that's it.
Now that thing has happened where it's my turn.
Oh.
I'd love to do this, but with no dice, an observation action would be completely wasted. That seems like a bad idea. Not ready to run a book all the way to the end yet, and we can't point at the comment. So, what would I get if I upgraded?
That's interesting.
I'd like to try and skim with the
Yeah.
expanded
Yeah.
rules, I think.
I thought about it today, but I thought, no, for a first game, I'll show off just the basics.
That's not half bad. So let's go do an upgrade and get a coin. And my upgrade will be,
Another upgrade.
I think,
You did loads in the last time we
I
played.
did. I haven't felt it just hasn't really worked this time.
But Steve is going to get 3 points for each of his upgrades at the
Yeah.
end of the game.
Yeah, completely. That's massive.
Yeah, right now, my end of game scoring from here is 1.
Mine.
is it early? It just
Still
doesn't
the
like it.
same. I want to do some book movement, and they're all in the wrong place.
Oh, tell me about it.
That's just
Everything's so wrong.
Book's all in the wrong place.
okay. So I've done that. Nothing moves. I don't have anything else, so that's my turn.
Oh, my head. So if I go 1, 2, Maybe I do that and get myself another dice. I hate wasting. Wasting. Do any of these up here allow me to move along? Oh, if I use this, it allows me to move along.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, this one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I need. So I need to do a constellation. It's going to have to happen. Just going to do it. So,
3 cards left.
3 cards left.
3, 4, 5. So I'm going to move 1, 2, 2 points,
Lay
Laying down. 2 points.
and also get an angle. Then I need to make sure that I move that one out here. Okay,
So you're observing.
I'm observing. It's not great, but I can do. Let me just see where I am. So I've got 3, 4, potentially 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
You want to do something that moves it, don't you? Which is
I
that.
do. That will move it, but this will move it here when I use this.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But you don't want to get a new one.
Definitely don't want to get a new one, no. Okay, let's just work this out then.
All the purple ones give a new one.
Yeah, but the thing is, I'm really better off doing one of these, aren't I? Because these give me big points. I don't think I can get to 13, and I don't want that. Can't get to 17. Oh, so they're all going to give a new one.
Mm-hmm.
Can move along that, so that might still be worthwhile. So let's just see. 8, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That would do that. Which means I could go for 9. There isn't a 9 out there.
No.
In which case,
Okay.
1, 2,
So
3,
4,
4.
5, 6, 7, 8.
And I think this one's better than that one. I don't really know, to be honest.
7 points.
7 points and a new Inquisitor. 2 cards left.
And so I get a new Inquisitor.
Mhm.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Then, and what's the order I do things in?
Well, we're currently in your action phase.
So-
So if you've done all of your actions,
So do I need to do this?
you need to do your free actions now.
So this one is going to go 1, 2.
Okay.
Yep.
Then you move the action tile. Then we do the book of comets.
Yeah. So I'm going to move one along.
Then we do the interrogation.
Yep.
So you're at +2.
That's 2.
Not terrible.
Nice.
And
He's a
then
very nice man.
they all stand up.
And then achievements.
Unlike me.
Any achievements.
Don't have any achievements, I don't think.
Okay.
No.
Right, my go. So I had a plan. It was to move there. It was to take another die, which will be yellow. Then spend 2 of these to take another die,
Which is also yellow.
and then increase the value of all of my yellow dice by 1.
Mhm.
And that's it.
You don't have any funny
I
business.
have no funny business.
I'm going to use the tile that I just upgraded, which makes it look like I meant to do this, which is cool. I'll take a yellow die, spend these 2 angles on a red die. Yes. Then I will gain a university step and run a book to the end.
Mm.
So the university step is going to be... Had a plan.
It's got to be that one, isn't it?
That one. This one.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it gets you an extra 3 points at the end of the
I
game.
still have a minute to do that. I think it's actually going to be this one.
Gets you a quadrant.
And
Just
then
angles.
run a book to the end. Like this. to get another university step. And that will be that one. Raises a die by 1. Not sure it matters which one it raises. So I did that, I did that. I spent some stuff. Not as dramatic as I thought. It's okay. Move the tile to the bottom. And none of the rest of those things happen.
Okay.
All set.
2 comments that I've forgotten about them. Okay. Which way is it going to be better to do this? Is there a red that would be 5 that I can do? No, there's only there's a 5 there. Maybe we could do that then. So I'm going to come here and I'm going to use the light action to raise my yellow dice to a 5. And then I'm going to observe.
What you seen?
So I can do the yellow 5 there. 4 points. 1, 2, 3, 4. That gets me a university step, which I think is going to have to be this one because I don't want more inquisitors. And he'll
You really don't.
And he'll give me a couple of points. So let's use that one. And then I've got 2 comets, so I can have a red 5 as well, which is going to be that one.
This is his first game design, is it?
So that's
He's
3.
got 3 coming out this year,
1,
but yes.
2,
This is
3.
quite clever for a first game design.
And an angle, and that gets me a card as well.
1 card.
1 card left.
So that goes there.
The likelihood is that we're going to get 2 more turns each.
I know what I'm doing next.
Okay, and that's my turn, I think.
You
I need to do my
done the
comments.
thing?
No, it's not. You're
That,
right.
and then you've got 2 comments. What would you like?
Like that.
Oh, there's 3 points.
The world is your celestial.
There's angles.
Angles, points and angles, I guess.
Points and angles?
Yeah, so is that 3 points?
3 points and 1 quadrant.
Yeah, quadrant. Cool.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. This one's going all the way to the end.
Zoom.
The red dice goes up. Huh.
All of your red dice go up by 1. Yeah.
This goes up.
So you're going to get a book movement after you've done this.
This going red dice. Oh, by the other round. What colour dice do I want? I suspect. It's already yellow, isn't it? Let's go for a yellow. Yep.
Okay.
Then
University up again by 1.
University up again. I'm going to go here, and 1 dice can go up by 1.
Yeah.
To a 2.
Okay. And then you've got the 1 book movement.
I've got the 1 book movement. I'm going to do this one.
It's book, not
Book movement,
university.
of course it is. Yeah, I hadn't planned on that. Oh, look, my yellow dice go up. That's jammy. Do I want another person?
These numbers at the end of the game are what they're worth.
That
at
what
the
they're
end of
worth at the end of the game.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Let's put this up by 1.
Load up that -8 space.
And so that's this.
Okay.
And now I've got this,
Right.
which is why I knew I had another one. Okay, so this is quite tricky. There's nothing up there, look.
No.
So that's worth 2 points for, if I go there, that's worth 4 points. If I go there, that's worth 2 points. I'm going to have to do that to do that. In which case, I'm going to go here.
Yeah. Which gets you a book movement.
I get one of these because it's worth
Yeah.
lots of points to me. But
He stood up.
do I really want to do that?
Yeah.
I think I probably do.
Stood up.
So,
Because there's no interrogation. Right.
and now I do.
So your actions are done. Cycle your tile. No comments. Interrogation, no. Achievements, no. Right, my go. So I'm going 1, 2,
Mm-hmm.
2.
Mhm.
Right.
What are you worried about?
I'm going to observe.
Yeah, you are.
So I am going to use
Remember, you can use an angle to change colour.
can. I might need to do that. No, I don't. No, we're good. I think we're good. So I'm going to use this 2 with that 2 and that 2. So that is a yellow 6.
Mm-hmm.
A yellow 6 allows me to observe this constellation here, which gets me 7 points. And unfortunately, gets me an Inquisitor in. Then I'm going to ignore that because I've told them to leave it in the porch. I might have done a free action before this. In fact, yes, I need to do a free action before this. Oh no, I don't because of that. So the 5 plus the 1. No, I do. So free action before I did that was to change that yellow 5 into a red 5. And then I use the red 5 with the comet to place this on here, which is a straight 5 points. 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's the observation done.
Mhm.
Then I've got move a book to the end. So I'm going to move this book all the way to the end. So increase the value of all of my red dice. No. Get a die. Let's get a red 1. Get a die. Get another red 1. No, I'll get a blue 1. In fact, I'll get 2 blue ones on this red nonsense. Yeah. Okay. And then do I want to release an Inquisitor? Sure. Let's release them into the wild. So I get a quadrant. I get another die, which will also be blue. And that, which triggers the end of the game.
No.
Oh, should we all get...
We finish
Finish the
this round
round.
and then we all get one
Oh,
more.
yeah.
You have one more turn
I
because you're
do.
the first player.
Oh, that's very painful. I don't want
So
to do that. It's okay.
I think that's my 2 things done. Yes, I moved to the end, and moving to the end actually got me that. Yeah, so that's those 2 things done. That goes to here. I've then got 2 books. Now, I think you can go in the appendix. Here's a rules question. Can you go into the appendix even if
The others aren't
the
finished.
others are not full?
I would think you could.
So let's just...
Well, wouldn't this guy release this fella right here?
No, you can only release them when they're at the end.
And yeah.
Yeah, otherwise I'd have been doing that.
Quite a lot. That was release your rightmost guy, so the only one you had was in the first slot.
No.
Go.
So the library, the university, where is it? Where is it? Cleanup phase, Book of Comets. If you have any book tokens, place them on empty pages. Excess comet tokens may be placed in the appendix. Not could be worded the other way. It does say excess.
Yeah, they're not excess. Because
They're not
finished yet.
excess because
Mhm.
there are spaces, which is unfortunate.
You get
Because
the words you don't want.
yeah, I mean I'll take the quadrant. So that's the comet done. We don't have the interrogation, but I do now have
6.
6 of those, which is 7 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Oh,
which means I can release somebody
I
else.
know who's won this game.
I think that's it.
Well, I'm losing half my points, so it's not me.
So if we processed your end of game points for these guys, how does that work?
I'm on -8.
So that is not -8 points though. That is -8 steps.
No,
right?
that's -8 points.
Oh.
That is -8 points at the end of the game. That's the steps.
Okay.
That's the points.
Fair. Okay.
I'm just going to head downstairs, see if anybody's at the door. You
Mm,
can take your turn.
so I could run a book to the end, which
Wait,
would get
let's do
me
something. Let's do something.
decent
For the
points.
cameras.
Not would give me decent points for the end of game scoring there. It would be worth. Because right now I'm getting 2 because my lowest book is 1 step forward, so it is 2. If I move this all the way to the end, my lowest book is 3 steps forward, so that would be plus 4 points. Even better than that, I think, if we do the math. But the problem is I would pick up 2 more Inquisitors, which would each be worth -8. And I only have 1 more turn after this. So picking those guys up, I'd have to do 1, 2, 3, and then 1.
Leave it.
Yeah, that
There,
doesn't
yeah.
work.
Yay.
Huh.
I don't think
Both of
whatever
those
they
are
do,
there,
they can stop
so I
me
can't
what I'm
do
gonna
that
do.
anyway.
Okay.
I think.
My turn's going to be relatively simplistic, and I don't think it's going to put anything on the board. So I think
Try
you're
and
all
move
right.
these. Your
So I
turn.
don't want to move
say,
up on that
look,
track
squirrel.
anymore because I don't have time. I don't want to move up on that track any.
It's been another good game. I've enjoyed it. Paul did
Good.
differently this time as well.
Yeah.
Is trying to
Track
move them
wouldn't be
actually going to do
terrible.
anything though? Because then I'll have Inquisition and lose points anyway, and then still lose points.
Well,
at
you
the
want to
end,
move as
or-
many as you can. Yeah.
Yeah.
What would happen if I gained a minor constellation right now and their
I
deck is
don't believe you can gain a card.
Okay.
You take the top card of the Discovery deck, and if the Discovery deck is empty,
It's not like I'd have time to run it anyway,
Yeah.
I guess. Well, then, now I have 2 turns to do something with those dice, basically. Is how it
Frankie's
works.
asking me, am I going to do an SN diary? Probably. Hopefully, depending on the internet connection at the hotel.
People are talking it says below Woodcraft. About Unconscious Mind, which should be arriving for me soon as well.
Yes. Thomas says you can get a card. Oh, right. That's not in the current rules. So, Thomas, where do we get the card from? Do we get the card from those
Oh,
removed from play?
this could be
I mean, it's not going to
the
make
very thing we were trying to avoid. Yes,
Yes. Okay. Have a card.
randomly.
No, I didn't earn one. I was just asking.
Oh, right. Okay.
A bunch of those things that are like, this wasn't relevant until the end of the game happens. And just wanted to ask. Yeah, I think I'm just setting up for a hopefully big observation next turn by taking a die which is yellow and then increasing all of my yellow dice by 2 each.
Okay.
Which means this falls to the bottom, and who knows what happens next. Tune in next turn to find out.
Yeah. Right, Chris, your penultimate turn.
I'm just going to move.
You just like to use that word.
I love the word penultimate. It's one of my favourite
Very
words.
strong words. I need to try and move some stuff, but then I don't know how I can actually.
What word do you use before the word penultimate?
Pre-penultimate.
I think you used the word your.
Oh, right.
Okay.
I think we move up
Your
one this
penultimate
turn, and then I'll
Yours is
move
the penultimate
at
word.
least one
The
next turn.
penultimate. But surely your penultimate.
So we'll get a
the
dice.
ultimate word is
At this
penultimate.
point,
Anyway,
doesn't
yes.
really matter, I guess. So let's have a blue,
That's a bit of a quandary in there
and
somewhere.
then I'm going to move this guy up by one
Popular space.
to get one of these, because at least it counteracts my
A little bit.
a little bit, a little
You
bit.
just get as many quadrants as you can.
Minus-
Then
Yeah. I want to get a comet out, but I'll get a comet out next turn, because at least that's 3
You
points.
mustn't
for the
let one stay in the
achievement,
minus 8,
but
whatever
yeah,
happens.
that's terrible.
I can move. I'll be moving one at least next turn, and then get another quadrant. So I'll hopefully mean I can move a few up. So I've done that. That comes out. Goes down here. And that's my turn.
So,
Your last turn of the game.
before my final turn, are
Yeah.
there any points for any leftover things?
No.
Dice, anything like
Nope.
that? Okay, I'm going to go hither. I'm going to take one of these. I'm going to go 1, 2. I'm going to
And lay them down.
observe. Never going to get that. Right, and I'm going to observe, and I can go yellow here with that.
Yeah.
I can get to that exactly, but that gives me a person. I definitely don't want that person. Is that the only choice I've got?
I
Oh,
mean,
you've got the. Oh no, it's
change the colour of the die.
Oh, change code dot. That's what I was going to do.
Points per just how wherever they happen to
Yeah.
be.
Yeah, sorry, that was exactly this one I want to do. That's exactly what I was going to do.
Okay.
Sorry, Paul.
So you need blue 6.
I need a blue 6, so spend this one here.
To turn the yellow 3 into a blue 3.
Yeah. And then I'm going to spend both of my comets to make that a 7.
Yeah.
Gives me 2 points.
It
I'll
will
do it
do,
in a minute,
yeah.
yeah. That's a 7. And then I can put this out here.
If you've got 7,
Oh,
go for the 7.
Oh, of course. Oh, yeah, that
There
makes
you go.
sense, doesn't it? Yeah.
So 5 points.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one moves along here.
Yeah.
There was something else I was thinking I was going to do as well. What on earth was that? Oh, I got to get a card.
Because
Oh, because I did a. Oh, this. Ah, one of these moves along. That's it. Just put that out.
there you go.
That's it. I knew I worked it
That's
out.
how you do it. Right. And then the tile goes, but you don't need to bother with the tile.
Yeah.
Then you've got 2 comets,
2
which
points.
is 2 points.
2.
And then achievement.
No achievements.
No achievement. And that's it. Your turn is done.
I've got to do this.
Oh, yeah, Inquisition.
Go
Yeah.
forward by 5.
5 up.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was the whole plan. I
Nice.
completely forgot my
Right,
last.
my last turn. So I could place another comet out, which would get that achievement, which would get me 3 points. But I think I can probably observe for more than that. So let's observe. Let's go 1, 2, 3. Let's increase the value of all of my... Ooh. Okay, so if I increase the value of all of my blue dice, then I got a 2, a 2, and a 2.
You've got 8, 9, 10.
I can do it. I can do it. So
12.
I'm increasing the value of all of my blue dice. So
Can you get to 12?
2.
You can
Oh,
get to 12. You can't get to
You've been
13.
thinking doing a major observation.
Oh, you can only get to 12 though.
Well, I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Yeah, you can't get there.
I've got 12 green, not 17.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's a shame. But anyway, so I've increased the value of all of my blue dice. Next, I need to do my free actions before I do the observation. So the observation, I'm planning on claiming that and that. That's the 6. How do I get the 5?
I don't think you
Oh.
can.
Oh, it's all right. I've only got one more constellation left anyway, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, so I'll use these 2 and that for the 6 to put that constellation there, which gets me 4 points. 1, 2, 3, 4. Moves that fella to there. Done that. I get 4 book movements.
That's lovely. Got this one, Paul.
Yeah, that's great.
You went minus 20 points.
So, I mean, I want to get a quadrant, but I don't think I can.
Mm-mm.
No, these 4 book movements are not actually going to
No
get
use
me
the 2 points I
very
gave you.
much. I will go 1, 2. It doesn't matter.
Was it 2 points?
2 points.
That's 2 points. 3 does nothing, and I won't bother using the 4th one.
Yeah.
Okay, so I did that. I did that. Oh,
Yeah.
and I've got this. Oh, it didn't work. It didn't work. Rats. I needed another quadrant.
Yeah.
Now, did I have to increase the value of all of my blue dice?
I think you did.
Did I?
Yeah.
No.
So they were all 1s.
Oh.
I had,
Oh, because you ended up not using them, did you? Okay, all right.
yeah, so
You did if you want to use 2 things. So you would have been at 3 instead of a. Which one did you go to?
I took that one, which needed 6.
6.
So it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's do it that way. So I haven't increased the value of any of my blues.
Yeah, and now you can take
And now I can do that action, which is that,
and you get a quadrant.
and a quadrant.
Still 1 quadrant short, but it's
Yeah, but
saving
it's-
2 points. Yeah.
Slightly better.
That's just a lot better.
Yeah, I mean, I could spend those 2 to get 3 book movements, but again, book movements are not good for me. So I don't do anything with those. Nope. And then move the tile along, although it doesn't really matter because it's last turn. Do that, which gets me a point. And then I get interrogated, and that goes to there. Okay, that's it. Finished.
Mm-hmm.
He was very anxious you were going to steal one of his things. So
Was he?
I think you got it.
No, I don't. That has come and gone. The problem is that I'm looking at this, and everything that I can observe is going to give me an Inquisitor, which means the net value of all of those things is actually 8 points less. than it would be otherwise.
Yeah, this -8 is.
So it's probably not
Yeah.
even doing an observation on the last turn. Probably not worth doing it, because unless I can get to the 17. So then everything is based around racking my brain about how I get to 17.
Oh, because they're all pluses.
Mm-hmm. But so I have 8, 9, 10, 11. I don't even think I can get the other 6.
If you put the yellow dice up here, it would give you +2.
I could point there and get 2 extra.
Yeah.
That and then still have the observation. I could run a book and get the same thing, but then also minus 16 points. So let's not do that. Even the small observations, this is the only one that doesn't give a guy. I could make that happen. I could change the color of something. But that doesn't...
That's a bit unlucky. Or I guess we've been avoiding those, haven't we? We've been taking the others.
Yeah.
And then the other bit there is that if I do... guess it's still a little bit up. Moving that forward is a plus 4 point swing. So that's probably the thing that I should do. All right. So we do this anyway.
Slightly more.
1...
because you'll have an interrogation
2.
and you'll move 1 space to the right.
Yep, but I'll also have this guy from the 8 to the minus 8 to the minus
Yeah,
4
so
bucket, which is a net 4 turn. 4 points, yeah.
Yeah. Plus
So
4.
we do this. We're gonna do no, we don't want yellow things to get better. We want to run a book to the end. So we're gonna get 2 points. And then we're gonna do an observation. We're gonna spend this to turn this into this. And then use this and this to claim
So we're all scared of getting an Inquisitor on the last turn.
this, which is
But if you had the
4
quadrants, you could get them and then shufty it long a bit.
So I claimed, what was it? 4 points. This
It was that one.
That one.
Yeah.
Yes, that one right there. I'm still looking at the blue pieces. How I made it this far without messing it up. And that gives me this bonus, which moves Larry forward.
Yeah.
Which is a 4 point gain. And anything else I claim is net negative. So don't.
Okay.
Appears to be the correct call.
Right.
And then the time moves down, which doesn't matter. I have a book over here, which is worth a point.
That's a point.
And then the Inquisition happens, and I go down by 2, but up by 1,
Yeah.
or up by 3, so net up 1. Wow, a whole point.
I'm jealous.
I'm 1 short
Chris
of the
would love to be at your
constellations of
boots.
getting the achievement there,
Mm-hmm.
so that doesn't happen either.
Okay, Chris, final turn of
I'm
the
also
game.
jealous of Paul's -2. That's how desperate it is. But I'm gonna go here. Put. Do I do that? I get a quadrant and move the guy along. Then I'm going to put a comet out. It really matters at this point.
Gets you the
It's a
achievement.
dark action. That gets me achievement, which at least gets me 3 points.
Yeah.
End of the turn, but yeah, it's fine.
Oh yeah, yes, it does. I'll take it off so we do it properly. So I've done that. I've done those. I'm going to spend 3 of these free action to move these. Is it better? Is it going to be better to move 1 to the end or 2 to?
Get them
One
at
to
the
the
minus
end's gonna
4, so
move
that's
two.
worth -8.
So basically,
to the
moving
minus
it
4
to
rather than
Mhm.
minus plus 3. Yeah, -3, yeah.
But you're moving from
It's
the
gonna-
-4 to the -2.
Yeah,
You'd be better moving 1.
that's on because
So
then
because that's a
it's going to
5
then
point
do
swing
that,
instead of
isn't
4.
it? So yeah, so we'll move.
Sure, he
one.
saves
The
4.
difference there, they weren't here. They were here.
Because it'll save on the Inquisition as well, then,
Yeah.
won't it? Because I'll only
That's
go
fair.
down
Going from
1
there to
rather
there
than-
is better than going from there to there.
Yeah,
Move 2 there saves 4 points.
Yeah, but if you
then
move
from
that
there,
one to there, it saves 5
5.
points.
because you're gaining 1 rather than losing
Oh, yeah,
a
of course.
four.
Yeah,
Right,
that,
you
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Of course, it's a plus. Yeah, of course it is.
Right,
Yeah.
so I've done all of those. Because I'm going to do other stuff, I'll just move the tile for completeness of following this through.
Comets, no.
Comet, no. Inquisition.
Interrogation. So
Interrogation,
down by
sorry.
3, which means you lose 2 points.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Hang him.
And then your achievement, which is
And then
plus
the
3.
achievement, which is +3.
Plus 3 points.
1, 2,
Okay.
3.
So final scoring is basically
Don't tell me, don't tell me.
the university. So this one, we didn't bother with this one. This one, Stevie, you get 3 points for each upgrade.
1, 2, 3.
9 points.
That's a lot of points.
Chris, you get 1 point per upgrade.
That's 2.
This one. So Mark, 3 points
For the lowest book
times
position.
3.
So we get 9 points.
9 points.
That's a lot of points.
2 points for you, and your lowest book has only moved 1 space, so 2 points. Chris, 1 point. Your lowest book hasn't moved.
You don't get to yours?
Nope, at the bottom.
Oh,
There's
okay.
nothing for this.
Oh,
And then this one. So
Everybody.
everybody gets 1 point per Inquisitor that
friend.
they have. So
Woo.
I'll do mine and yours.
I got 5.
Four.
2, 3, 4. 1,
Oh, sorry,
2,
yes.
3, 4.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
Right, so we've done this. We now do this. So Chris minus 10 has been hanged.
Yes.
I lose 2. Stevie, you're up by 1. And Mark, you're up by 8.
Do I get for this as well?
1, 2, 3. In a second.
Oh, sorry.
That's what we do now.
Okay.
So I'm another minus 1 because of that.
Oh, wow.
You're plus 5.
5, yeah.
I'm minus another 3. 2,
And
3.
you're
I'm
up,
minus
up
1.
3 down. But right, there you go.
No, wait, I'm minus another 7. 4, 5, 6, 7.
And I believe that is it. Oof. Big gap in the scores.
So, having played it before, I really wanted to try and crack this
Yeah.
nut. And I
You
realised
did.
you could only ever have 2. You could never put a third one. It was too hard. And save the angles to moving them along. And that was what I tried to do. But this was really scary to do that with, so I kind of avoided that.
Mm.
But having a bit of knowledge in this game helped a lot.
Yeah,
I got to the point where I was like, I want to. I had a few of those, and then it's like once I started trying to push it up, it's like, but I'm going to get more. Of
Yeah.
the thing that I've already started doing bad at.
I should have paid more attention to the order that these cards came in.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to move the books forward, but so many of them became poison pills that I just couldn't afford to do it. I think there's something to the idea of get one to the end, then get a new one, get him to the end.
Yeah,
get a
that's
new
what
one,
Mark
get
will
him to
do.
the
Yeah,
end.
Yeah.
or 2 at a time if you can
And
manage
it's almost
it.
triangular.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons I went for this was to have those 2 together, so
Yeah.
I knew I could do that.
Yeah.
So even if you could do the observation, maybe the card that's there
It's really
pay
important.
much more attention.
So
to
I wasn't looking at these when I took
No.
the card. I was just taking cards and
Yeah.
randomly putting them down. But so you were thinking, oh, I've got that. I
Very
want
much
that aligned
so.
with that one.
No, I knew at some stage I was going to use the flag to move that all the way along, and I wanted this to be a really good thing, like,
Yeah.
like a big moment. The yellow wasn't much use actually, but there was no choice out of the ticket.
Cool. Right. Yeah, the game was a bit longer. We were 2 new players. It is a 90-minute game once you know how to play, and we did do an explanation at the start. So bear in
Still
mind
2 hours 15.
there was a full explanation
Yeah.
at the start.
And it didn't feel long.
No,
I mean, I thought nobody, it moved quite quickly, the goes quite fast. Every now and again it gets a little bit crunchy and you think, oh.
Right, let's very quickly go through the special abilities because we have another live stream in 15 minutes. So my special ability from Nicholas Copernicus is that I actually start with some extra tiles. Can you just throw us some tiles from over there? The funny shaped ones.
These?
These ones.
Those ones, yeah. So I actually start with a whole bunch of these. And what I can do is I've got my own personal book of comets. So whenever I've got a comet here, I can put it in here. But also, once per turn, I can put one of my special tiles into my library. So I can edit my books by doing
Wow.
So that's
really
that's
good.
quite cool. Galileo Galilei.
I have a personal books
You've got a personal
comment
book?
plot that gives me 2 angles,
Yes.
which I assume I can only use once.
Yes.
And then
Every time you observe,
you could observe a third
you
constellation.
can observe an extra constellation.
So that could be a big one and a constellation.
Yes.
Or 3 constellations.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yours, you've got a special
extra
action tile.
Special action
Yeah.
tile, yeah.
And at the
can
beginning of the
swap it
game,
back
you
and
place
forth.
that tile on the last space of the sky, of the starry sky. And at the beginning, when you place one of your basic action tiles on your character board,
Right.
and when you're moving, when you use the action of that tile,
Yeah.
you can swap the position of 2 action tiles on your board,
Wow,
Oh,
or swap an action tile on your player board with the tile on the character board.
yeah.
nice.
So you can shuffle things
Wow.
around.
Yeah.
Wow.
Lots of flexibility.
And Giordano Bruno,
of a longer dungeon.
yeah,
That's a good job I was
Minus 10.
wasn't that.
Bruno's heretical views made his interactions with the Inquisition extremely difficult and eventually led to his death. Because of this, it is more difficult for Bruno to fully persuade Inquisitors in his cellar, but if he succeeds, the rewards are significant. And you've got 2 personal
Yeah.
comic books as well.
Oh, but you get angles as you push them along, and then at the end, what you get a new die or points.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Or is it a die improvement?
And there's that one that can move 4.
Yeah.
Which is really
And
Yeah, it's a new die.
This upgraded guy here gets 4 angles.
Yeah, that's really
2.
2
I'm not sure, it might be 2
2
and then
dice
2.
up by 3.
1 up by 2 and then another up.
because this one is 1,
Yeah.
2, 3. Okay, yes, of course.
Right, we're all done. Thank you very much to Pink Troubadour again for asking me to create this video. I hope this video has helped you give you an idea of how the game plays, help you make a decision if it's the kind of game that you would like to buy and like to play yourself. Thank you very much, you 3, for joining us.
Enjoyed it.
We will be back in 11 minutes' time with another live playthrough, if we can get it quickly set up. Spectacular. So keep an eye on the channel if you want to see that. We will be playing that straight away. Thanks very much.
Thomas, that was great.
Well,
See you next time.
thank you.